Ava Walker was many things to many people. A friendly face at the local bakery, a volunteer at the animal shelter. To her neighbors, she was simply Ava, the quiet woman who kept to herself. But Ava harbored a secret, one as old as time itself. She wasn't from around here, not from this planet at least. Ava was an alien sent to Earth with a mission to help guide humanity towards a brighter future. She'd lived countless lives, worn countless faces, all in service of this purpose. Each life was a chance to nudge humanity forward, to plant seeds of knowledge and compassion. This time she was a baker, her hands kneading dough instead of shaping galaxies. The scent of warm bread and cinnamon filled her little shop, a comforting aroma that grounded her in the present. Yet, beneath the normalcy, Ava never forgot who she truly was, or the weight of her ancient mission. The fate of humanity rested on her shoulders, a burden she carried with quiet grace. Ava wasn't alone. Scattered across the globe, others like her lived amongst humans. They were doctors, teachers, artists, blending seamlessly into the fabric of everyday life. Their true forms, fluid and ever-changing, remained hidden. Shape-shifting was second nature to them, a subtle manipulation of their molecular structure. A flicker of concentration was all it took to alter their appearance, to become anyone or anything they desired. It was this ability that allowed them to move unnoticed, their true identities veiled from human eyes. They communicated through a network invisible to conventional technology, a symphony of thoughts and emotions woven into the very fabric of reality. This network was their lifeline, their connection to each other and to their homeworld, light years away. It was a lonely existence, living with secrets buried so deep. But it was a necessary sacrifice, for their mission depended on it. The world's governments knew of their existence. Decades ago, when humanity stood on the brink of nuclear war, they had revealed themselves, not to the public, of course, but to those in power. A silent agreement was forged, a promise of non-interference in exchange for guidance. The aliens would help humanity navigate the treacherous waters of their own making, but they would not interfere directly. The reasons were complex, rooted in a deep respect for the natural order of the universe. They were observers, guides, not puppet masters. To interfere too heavily would be to rob humanity of its own evolution, its own journey. So the truth remained hidden, a secret shared by a select few. The weight of it pressed down on those who knew, a constant reminder of the delicate balance upon which the world teetered. Ava's current task was perhaps the most delicate yet, to start a family. It wasn't a matter of romance, though she was capable of love like any other. This was about legacy, about weaving their essence into the very fabric of humanity. Their kind didn't reproduce like humans. Their life cycles were longer, more intricate, intertwined with the energy of their homeworld. But they could pass on fragments of themselves, dormant genes waiting to be awakened. A child born of her would inherit those genes, a hidden potential lying dormant within their DNA. Over generations, these genes would spread, subtly influencing humanity's evolution. It was a slow, subtle process, but one with the potential to change the course of history. But starting a family meant opening herself up to another, to forging a bond that could cut deeply when the time came for her to move on. The weight of her mission pressed down on Ava. She felt the urgency in every fiber of her being. The Earth was warming, resources dwindling. Humanity seemed hell-bent on its own destruction. They had offered solutions, whispered technological marvels into the ears of scientists and engineers. But progress was slow, bogged down by greed and short-sightedness. It was frustrating, watching humanity stumble towards the precipice, knowing she couldn't simply intervene and fix everything. She found solace in the small things, the warmth of the sun on her face, the laughter of children playing in the park. These were the things that reminded her why she was here, why she continued to fight for a species that so often seemed determined to destroy itself. There was beauty in humanity, a resilience that shone through even in the darkest of times. It was that spark, that flicker of hope, that kept her going. One rainy Tuesday afternoon, a man walked into her bakery. He was tall, with kind eyes and a weary smile. He reminded her of someone, though she couldn't quite place him. He ordered a loaf of sourdough and a cup of coffee, his gaze lingering on hers for a beat too long. "Ava, isn't it?" he asked, his voice warm and familiar. She nodded, her pulse quickening. "Yes, that's me. It's been a while." he said, a knowing smile playing on his lips. "You look different." She knew then, he was one of them. It had been lifetimes since they last crossed paths, yet recognition sparked between them, a shared history written in the language of stars. This wasn't a coincidence. This was fate, weaving its intricate tapestry around them. Their connection was instant, a shared understanding that transcended words. He knew her mission, shared her burden. His name, in this lifetime, was Daniel. He was a geneticist, working on groundbreaking research that could hold the key to curing previously incurable diseases. Their conversations were filled with a quiet intensity, their minds meeting across the vast gulf of space and time. They spoke of their hopes for humanity, their fears for the future. Ava found herself drawn to his quiet strength, his unwavering belief in the potential for good. As weeks turned into months, their bond deepened. Daniel, with his gentle touch and his passion for unraveling the mysteries of life, felt like a kindred spirit. He was everything she'd never allowed herself to hope for: a partner, a confidant, someone who understood the weight of her ancient soul. With Daniel, the possibility of a family no longer felt like a duty, but a dream taking root in her heart. Their love blossomed, a delicate flower in the harsh landscape of their secret lives. Ava discovered she was pregnant, the seed of their hope growing within her. She knew this child would be different, a bridge between two worlds. Daniel, ever the scientist, was both fascinated and terrified by the implications. He knew the risks, the burden their child would carry, but he also saw the potential, the hope that their child represented. They named their daughter Alara, after a moon that orbited a distant gas giant in their home system. Alara was a normal child in almost every way, yet beneath the surface something extraordinary slumbered. Ava poured all her love, all her hopes for a brighter future, into their little girl. This child, born of two worlds, was a testament to the enduring power of hope, a beacon shining in the darkness. Time for their kind was a fluid concept. Years passed like seasons, each one etching lines on their faces, a testament to the lives they lived and the sacrifices they made. Alara grew, her laughter echoing through their home, a constant reminder of the future they were fighting for. Ava knew her time on this earth, in this form, was coming to an end. The pull of her homeworld grew stronger with each passing day. She had fulfilled her mission, planted the seeds of change that would hopefully blossom in the generations to come. Leaving Alara, leaving Daniel, would be the hardest thing she'd ever have to do. But she took comfort in knowing that their bond transcended physical form. They would meet again, in another time, another place, their souls forever intertwined. As Ava gazed up at the star-dusted canvas of the night sky, she whispered a silent promise to the universe. "We will keep watch. We will guide them, until we meet again."